The radio industry is constantly evolving, and so are its consumers. Who listens to radio? What are they listening to? When do they listen? How frequently? How do they listen to radio? The question I have for you today is, are you tuned in into your radio audiences in the UAE? And the likely answer is, yeah, not really. We're living in a world-class country, and there is a world-class radio industry here. Yet, broadcasters, advertisers, agencies are not able to communicate in the same language because there is no currency in the market. And this is exactly what Nielsen is bringing. I'm actually very happy to be the one doing the first announcement that Nielsen has taken the strategic initiative to expand its radio measurement footprint to the UAE. We'll have a world-class country, a world-class radio industry, and a world-class radio audience measurement. So why is a currency so important? Well, a currency will empower the entire industry. Think about it. We will be able to communicate in the exact same language, all radio stakeholders at the same time, same baseline. A currency will enable data-led targeting. Look, we're in 2017. We can no longer rely on gut feel or projection of our own ideas to make business decisions on how we spend on media. We've got to use data and hard facts to ensure we maximize every dirhams we spend in media. Last but not least, a trusted currency will drive investments for the entire industry. Investment in content, investment in quality, and investment in marketing. Why is digital getting so much attention and so much spent over the past few years? Because it works. How do we know it works? Because it generates data. It generates data point, creates a lot of data, and so basically it's transparent. If you had 1 million dirhams today to spend on your media, you could either spend it on digital, that is transparent, you know the frequency, you know your reach, you know exactly your targeted audience, or you can spend it on radio, where you have a rough idea of what your actual audience is. What would you do? You will spend it on digital. That's why a currency is so important to this market. The good news is, this is nothing new to Nielsen. Nielsen is the global media and radio measurement leader since 1923. We measure what people watch and buy in over 106 countries. We are active in radio measurement in over 19 markets. We measure TV in over 30 markets. And we measure 80% of global internet users. So how do we do it? Well, we had to come up with some innovations because this market is very different. Very fragmented population, very fast-changing demographics. So how do we keep up with this? Well, try not to be too technical, but in a way, we will be doing an establishment survey of 17,000 interviews. We'll use this establishment survey, along with all the data sources, to basically create the base of the universe, of what the population looks like. Based on this, we will create a representative sample, which we will project to the rest of the universe. We will be doing this establishment survey twice a year in order to make sure we keep up with the changes in the demographics and adapt our panel accordingly. We will be in field 365 days a year, getting interviews and data points from everybody listening to radio. So every single day, we will be listening to consumers and generate data points. We will only do face-to-face interviews because we believe this is the best way to actually really capture and make a point with our interviewers. We will use and rely on what we call the paper diary, which has proven himself to be very efficient and easy to use. But we'll also offer another option to all our respondents. is digital, an M diary, mobile diary, digital option. Why do we do this? It's because we want to ensure we can tap in as many diverse people as possible. Think about it. Millennials, high socioeconomic classes, are much more likely to be able to answer on a digital device than the lower socioeconomic classes. So we offer the option. So we maximize, the chances of hitting everyone. The good thing about launching a business unit in the new market is that actually you can benefit from the experience from all the other markets where you're already present. Take all the best practices and bring them into your process. This is obviously what we've done. And I will not bother you with our Nielsen Global Watch Builder or global quality standards and our global norms, because obviously they've all been taken into account. But there's one thing that we've done differently here, just for the UAE. We've asked PricewaterhouseCoopers to come and audit our process, end to end. PwC Media is an award-winning company when it comes to media measurement audit. And they have been with us since day one. From the establishment survey design, to how we create our sample, to what projection factor we use, on how we actually designing our questionnaire, on how we conducting the interviews, on how we review the data, how we process them, and how we share it back with the industry. But that's not all. They will be with us on an ongoing basis, making sure that every time there is a change or in the market or that we're changing our sample, they will be here making sure that it's part of the process and it's up to their expectation. So now we'll find ourselves with data that are not only Nielsen compliant, but that they also have the PwC stamp on it saying, yes, this is worth and this is good data. Sorry. We will want to make this as simple and as easy for everybody here to use. We'll be sharing the data with all agencies on a quarterly basis. We'll also provide you with Nielsen radio measurement software, which basically is a software that's been designed to digest all the new set of information that's going to be available to you now. There is a big rollout plan. You'll get to know more about it. A lot of trainings happening, but guess we'll make very sure that it's easy for you to enter this new set of opportunities in this new world of information. I was saying in the beginning of this speech that the radio industry was constantly evolving and that we had to stay tuned. Well, a new metrics is actually going to bring a whole set of, a new currency is actually going to bring a whole set of new metrics, from audience composition, ebb and flow, time spent listening, session ranking, exclusive reach, and you name it all. All this new set of information will now be available to you guys to make the right business decision. So yeah, it's a game changer for the industry. It's a game changer for the UAE and for the entire media landscape. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, because this is coming early. It's coming. In January 2018, the first data will be released to you guys. We'll cover Q4 2017. We're starting to measure on 1st of October, and this is going to be huge. We are Nielsen. We are the global media measurement leaders. We're passionate about radio. And you're going to love this. Thank you very much.